So what's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Bubba. Brazil, bring Bubba back. Brazil, bring Bubba back. And welcome again to another walk and talk video where I talk about my experiences living in Brazil, or my experiences when I did live in Brazil. Check that. I also talk about my experiences here as a returnee from Brazil, where I just talk about how life has been since my return, since being down there in Brazil. So all the good, the bad, the ugly, all that good stuff. So yeah, my walk and talk videos, that's what I do. And again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. So and once again, appreciate everybody for helping me get to monetization status. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, again, only moving forward from here. Definitely only moving forward from here. But yeah, man, I want to talk about, I see there's a big discussion about what they call black fatigue. And from what I've been, from my understanding, is where we have a whole bunch of African Americans, black FBAs, whatever you want to call people of color. These days there's been a lot of, I want to say beef or riff, but there's been some, I guess, sentiments and just, I guess, complaints. I don't know, but it's just been a lot of African Americans, blacks and non-blacks, saying how they feel tired or fatigued in the way a lot of other black folks behave, in terms of just what they saying, crashing out, and the terminology used today now to describe a lot of young black people, especially young black men, boys. They call them YNs. So there's a lot of people talking about how YNs and how they just caused all this crazy behavior, disruptive behavior, and how they just just being a menace to society. So it's been like a lot of discussions, panelists and podcasts, just expressing their grief or their they're bad, they're down. I'm trying to think of the word, because I mean it's it's like saying nothing's new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, behaviors like this been going on since we got over here, as slaves. I wouldn't say degenerate behavior, but what they call the coonish behavior. I mean, it's been going on since the beginning of time. And what I see more than anything from a lot of these, people, whether they, they're prominent individuals, prominent figures, or just your everyday blacks and non-blacks. What I see, man, is like just more so just a complaining aspect of it. Just because really, I mean, I see them doing no kind of reaching out to these individuals. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these shows, I'm looking at these podcasts, I'm listening to these podcasts, I'm watching these shows, and it just pretty much just them just explaining how bad the young black males have gotten, all the crashing out that they do, whoop-de-woo. But I'm looking at it, I mean, Okay. So tell me what else is new. And to be honest with you, I mean, it's a reason why. We all know the reason why they do that. You know, it's a more underlying issue that's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I hate to tell y'all this, but just look at the economics. Just go back to the economics. If you want to see any kind of social, like bad social behavior going on with any, it could be any group, but let's stick to these. Let's stick to the black folks, all right? Why you see all this, like you said, coonish behavior, this, you know, this hood behavior, ghetto behavior? Yeah, just go back to the economics. Yeah, it's been like that since day one. Lack of economic opportunities. You look at the wealth gap. That's a big part of it. Class plays a big part of it. Yeah, if you're not making enough, now I'm talking about the family. I'm talking about before we get to the youth. Now let's talk about, you know, the adults here. Let's look at the individual. Let's look at how the black community was raised. I mean, we've been running behind in this race, and it's crazy why they call like each group of people race. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, race, what you think of a race is? A competition. So you categorize each individual group by the color of their skin tone. It's a race. So whichever team, color team has the most resources, the advantage, whatever, they win the race. So as you know, and I don't have to dive in too much into it, as y'all know, slavery was a economic means of the race, the competition. You know what I'm saying? You have Europeans, white Europeans, going to Africa, going to the Americas, and pretty much setting up shop with a lot of the, you know, the darker skinned people. By going down there, taking their resources, all that good stuff. I don't have to explain too much about it because I'm quite sure this is the age of information. Y'all can go do the research about slavery and all that. But just saying that this is where the whole competition began. So when you go down there, you get the resources, you pretty much divide and conquer the people. That will give other groups of people the advantage. So with that advantage, you have some groups are ahead, or you can say have a head start in the race. It's still a competition. You still have a chance. I'm talking about the dark, you know, the more darker groups, blacks, or, you know, in this case, let's say blacks. You still have a chance, but you are behind. You're still at the starting point, while the other groups, whites or what have you, they're 15 decades ahead of you in that race. So with that being said, there's this huge disparity. Without resources, you're going to be scavenging, you're going to be scraping for breadcrumbs. So with that, you would do anything just to get those little bit of resources. So what do we do? So we do everything that's perceived, that's against society, and therefore that's why you have all the crashing out, all the YN behavior that you see right now. It's all about economics. It's the lack of not having. You fill in the blank. The lack of not having money, the lack of not having attention, family attention. Why is that? Go back to the economics. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's this whole black fatigue. I mean, it's crazy, man. But I get it. I understand it. But I don't know. I just see a lot of people see right now, man. Just they don't want to point out the obvious. You know what I mean? They don't want to really provide any solutions to it. You know, they just want to. It's in a sense, it's like they kind of have this elitist wave approach, saying, "Hey, look at these low-level, you know, hood trash people right here." You know, now some of it, yeah, is justified, but if you look at it from a much larger standpoint, you see it all go back down to economics. So, you know, not having the wealth plays a huge part in it. And man, I don't know, man. I don't know. But I'll tell y'all one thing. I'm tired too. I have fatigue too. I have fatigue too. And my fatigue, my fatigue is about being here, man. That's my fatigue. Looking at this every single day. Every single day. That's my fatigue. Just looking at the hustle and bustle. Everybody scavenging, hustling, surviving. Man, don't make me sing the theme song for Good Times, man, because that is so true right now. That is so true. But yeah, that's my fatigue. I'm like, yo, let's live in more walkable cities. How about that? You see this? Let's live in more walkable cities. And you see it's like nothing. It's just nothing but highway. Nothing but highway. But that's my fatigue. Like, yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's real crazy. But I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, that's my fatigue, man. But I don't know. Tell me what y'all think, man. I mean, what is black fatigue to you? I mean, just put it in the comments. What is black fatigue for you? You know, I'm very interested in what y'all got to say about that. Just tell me, what is black fatigue to you? So, you know, just share the comments and, you know, just tell me what you think it is. Because to me, it's a lot of things, but from what I've been listening to, like on the news and on podcasts, internet, reading articles and stuff, it's pretty much everybody kind of like with their nose in the air, downing poverty, low income black people. And they're disguising it as, well, they're just acting crazy right now. They're doing crazy things. Just be mindful of that. Because I'm reading between the lines from, you know, a lot of people right now. I'm reading between the lines. So, and this is a warning, you know what I'm saying? I want those that really talk down about, you know, poverty-stricken people, especially, you know, the hood types. Of course, yes, the behavior is you know, sometimes it's not acceptable. I get it. But like I said, it's a reason that they're behaving this way. And they really down in a lot of youth, a lot of a lot of the, you know, the young black males out here, man. Just hate to say it, man. Y'all just doing that. Y'all just doing it for attention, for clout, man. Man, just tell me what y'all think about the black fatigue, man. Is it an issue, or is a lot of people, are they reaching right now just to fulfill some kind of political agenda? Because I think it's more of that. I think it is a lot of people just trying to create a political agenda, I think. I said I could be wrong, man. Yeah, there was a term called the politics of respectability. I know a lot in the black community, I know a lot of people, you will use that to kind of like represent how black folks should carry themselves in certain situation. You know, the politics of respectability. You know what I mean? That was used a lot during, you know, I guess like during the civil rights days of the, you know, since Reconstruction, you know, since the, you know, the early of 20th century, you know what I'm saying, up until, you know, the 1950s and 60s, you know, pretty much. It was a kind of like unwritten rule on how black folks are supposed to conduct themselves, you know, in certain situations. You know what I mean? And they kind of written off other black folks that didn't, you know, that kind of got this coonish behavior, or this, what they call this, you know, what they got going now in terms of just being a, you know, being a menace, doing crazy-ish. So yeah, so that term we used a lot. Yeah, I definitely want y'all to look it up and y'all see what I'm talking about. The politics of respectability. As it gets back noisy again. But yeah, the politics of respectability. But again, tell me what y'all think. Yeah. Also also put in the comments, yo, Brazil, bring Bubba back. Bring Bubba back. Please put that in the comments. Continue to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, man, black fatigue, man. I don't know. I guess I'm tired too. But yeah, till next video, y'all. I'm out. Peace.